to the concert of the Youth Orchestra and Choir. Today's program will be about fairy tales, so be ready to be transported into a magic world of giants, dragon, and of course, fairies. We will start immediately with the celestial voices of the senior choir that are going to sing for you three pieces. The first one is There's Music in You from the musical Cinderella. The second one is Disney Dreams to Share. And the third one, Dragon Dance of Shang, is a very beautiful piece by the Singaporean composer Darius Lim. And it is the story about one young boy who, with his pure-hearted voice and song, awaken a celestial dragon who, listening to him, start dancing, and with his dance, he bring the rain into the city of Shang. That, thanks to the rain, come back to life because it was going, probably the city was going to die because of very dry weather. So, senior choir, led by Miss Helen Kerr, Miss Isabel, and at the piano, Miss Milva. One more round of applause for the senior choir. Who sang beautifully, and actually, especially this last piece is very scenographic, very beautiful piece that already let us enter into the magic world of the fairy tales. And now that the atmosphere is set, be ready to be swept away by the energy of the junior choir that are going to sing for us Magical Kingdom, that, as the name is suggesting, is of course telling about a magic kingdom of giants, fairies, and dragons. And then they will sing Children Will Listen, and finally, from the movie Moana, the Disney movie Moana, they will sing How Far I'll Go, the junior choir.
Everyone has their own magical kingdom, high on a hilltop and touching the sky. Somewhere you go when you wish on a rainbow, somewhere you can fly. Everyone has their own magic adventures, strange and exciting and scary and new. Everyone dreams their own magical stories. You can dream them too. Once upon a time, in the land of make-believe, oh, the world was young and wishes still came true. There were dragons to slay, dragons to play, battles to dream of winning, and wicked giants to fight, wrongs to put right. Life only just beginning. That was long ago. Maybe it was fairy tale. Was it ever real or just a pantomime? Keep on believing. Keep on believing. Just keep believing in once upon a time. When the world keeps spinning round in circles, and your way seems impossible to find, look up high, up castle in the air. magical kingdom. Your own magical kingdom. The land of dreams come true. How do you say
One more round of applause to the junior choir. They're always our favorite part in the concert. And now that we are getting towards the second half of the concert, we will now refresh some of the main themes from movies such as Batman, The Dark Shadow, and Moondance, played for you by our Youth Wind and Brass Band that is going to be led by Miss Ali. So we are now almost getting ready for the final and biggest piece of this concert, which is Peter and the Wolf. But of course, we cannot miss our junior orchestra that is already here on stage waiting to perform. They are going to play for us a medley from the Disney movie Frozen that, of course, contain most of the songs that you all know. Junior Orchestra. Junior orchestra with this medley from Frozen. And now is the time of Peter and the Wolf. While the junior are leaving and meanwhile the senior orchestra is coming back on stage, I will tell you a few words about this composition that was written in 1936 by Sergei Prokofiev. And it is a composition for children. Pay attention, not to be played by children, because actually most of the time it's played by professional orchestra. You will see it's a very challenging piece, but it is written for an audience of children, in particular to educate them to recognize the different instruments and sound of the orchestra. It was commissioned by the State Children Theater of Moscow, and when Prokofiev received this commission, he was already a very acclaimed and famous composer. He already had 2 kids. And in writing this music for children, he had a really genius idea. He didn't just compose a music inspired to a fairy tale. No, this already many people before him did it. His genius idea is that basically, in this piece, the music instrument become the protagonist of the story. How this can happen? For example, the flute is impersonating the bird, which is one character of this fairy tale. The duck is impersonating another instrument, for example, in this case, the oboe. The wolf will be the tree horn. So I warn you already, the melodies are so beautiful that coming out from this concert, next time you are going to see, for example, a duck waddling around in a pond, or maybe when you will go to a restaurant and eat duck, you will remember the sound of the oboe. And it was something that was never done before in music history. No other composer had this idea to make actually the music instrument become protagonist of the story. And after him, nobody even tried to imitate, because if any other composer is trying to do the same thing, this piece became so iconic that everybody would say, okay, it's a copy of Peter and the Wolf. So we are almost ready to start, but as every fairy tale, we need a narrator that is going to guide us through the story. And today, we have a very good one. Let's please welcome on stage Mr. Liam Cullinan. So, kids, young and a bit less young, get ready to Peter and the Wolf.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the story of Peter and the Wolf. Each character in this story is represented by an instrument of the orchestra. The bird by the flute. The duck by the oboe. The cat by the clarinet. The grandfather by the bassoon. The wolf by the three horns. Peter by the strings. And the rifle shots by the kettle drum and the bass drum. Early one morning, Peter opened the gate and went out into the big green meadow. Of a big tree sat a little bird, Peter's friend. All is quiet, chirped the bird happily. A duck came waddling round. She was glad that Peter had not closed the gate and decided to take a swim in the deep pond in the meadow. Seeing the duck, the little bird flew down upon the grass, settled next to her, and shrugged his shoulders. What kind of bird are you, if you can't fly? Said he to the duck. The duck replied, what kind of bird are you, if you can't swim? And dived into the pond. They argued and argued, the duck swimming in the pond, the little bird hopping along the shore. Suddenly, something caught Peter's attention. He noticed a cat crawling through the grass. The cat thought, that little bird is busy arguing, I'll just grab him. Stealthily, the cat crept towards him on her velvet paws. Look out! Shouted Peter, and the bird immediately flew up into the tree. While the duck quacked angrily at the cat. From the middle of the pond, the cat walked round the tree and thought, is it worth climbing up so high? By the time I get there, the bird will have flown away. Grandfather came out. He was angry because Peter had gone into the meadow. It's a dangerous place. If a wolf should come out, then what would you do? Peter paid no attention to his grandfather's words. Boys like him are not afraid of wolves. But grandfather took Peter by the hand, locked the gate and led him home. No sooner had Peter gone than a big grey wolf came out of the forest. In a twinkling, the cat climbed up the tree. The duck quacked and in her excitement jumped out of the pond. But no matter how hard the duck tried to run, she couldn't escape the wolf. He was getting nearer, nearer, catching up with her. And then he got her. And in one gulp, he swallowed her. And now, this is how things stood. The cat was sitting on the branch. The bird on another. Not too close to the cat. And the wolf walked round and round the tree, looking at them with greedy eyes. In the meantime, Peter, without the slightest fear, stood behind the closed gate, watching all that was going on. He ran home, got a strong rope, and he climbed the high stone wall. One of the branches of the tree round which the wolf was walking stretched out over the wall. Grabbing hold of the branch, Peter lightly climbed the tree. Peter said to the bird, "Fly down and circle the wolf's head, but take care that he doesn't catch you." The bird almost touched the wolf's head with his wings, while the wolf snapped angrily at him from this side and that. How the bird did worry the wolf, and how the wolf tried to catch him. But the bird was clever, and the wolf simply couldn't do anything about it. Meanwhile, Peter made a lasso and carefully letting it down, he caught the wolf by the tail and he pulled with all his might. Feeling himself caught, the wolf began to jump wild, trying to get loose. But Peter tied the other end of the rope to the tree. And the wolf's jumping only made the rope tighter. just then, the hunters came out of the woods. Following the wolf's trail and shooting as they went. But Peter, sitting in the tree, said, "Don't shoot! Birdie and I have caught the wolf. Now come on, help us take him to the zoo." And now, imagine the triumphant procession. Peter at the head. And after him, the hunters leading the wolf. Winding up the procession, Grandfather and the cat. Grandfather tossed his head discontentedly. Well, and what if Peter had got caught by the wolf, eh? What then? Turkey, chirping merrily. My, what brave fellows we are, Peter and I. Look what we have caught. And if one would listen very carefully, one could hear the duck quacking inside the wolf, because the wolf, in his hurry, had swallowed her alive. Thank you, brother.
So that was it for Peter and the Wolf. It's a very nice piece, right? And I bet that it's first time that, of course, you know already Peter and the Wolf, but it's actually every time engaging to see with the narrator and the whole orchestra playing it live. So now this was the last piece of this concert, and as usual, we would like to thank all the entities that made this event possible. First of all, we would like to thank the Department of Culture and Tourism. And in particular, the music program with Dr. Ronald, Jarir, Alia, and everybody that support and make this program possible. Actually, to play Peter and the Wolf was Ronald's idea, and I have to say, at first I was a little bit skeptical because it's a very difficult piece, and as you can see, to hold it all together is very complicated, but I think it was a great idea. Don't you think? So thank you, Ronald, for your suggestion. And we would like to thank the International Music Institute that is participating in organizing this concert. In particular, we have the great support of the founder, Madame Julie. And of course, all the teacher and staff, Kevin, Joy, and everybody that are working behind the scene to make this event possible. We would like to thank the Cultural Foundation that is every time hosting us for these events, and more and more we feel at home when we are here, and it's every time a big pleasure to play on this stage. Pleasure and honor. Now, I would like to thank one by one all the teachers that participate in this concert, let's say the little bit older kids that help preparing the student. And starting from the choir, I would like to thank Miss Helen Kerr. And Miss Isabel. And at the piano, Miss Milva. Now, coming to the orchestra, we had our regular teacher and then other professional that helped us performing this complicated piece. Starting from the strings, we have Miss Marjena, Mr. Flavius, and Miss Claudia. In the cello section, Miss Isidora. And at the double bass, Miss Valentina. Now, coming to the woodwind, at the flute, Miss Natalia. At the oboe, Mr. Jerome. And at the clarinet, Mr. Rolando. And finally, at the bassoon, Miss Jo. Now, coming to the brass, we have Miss Ali. And Mr. Yerband. And finally, the percussion, Mr. Sergio. Yeah, it has been a quite challenging journey to prepare the student for this performance because actually it was in a very short time. And in just 1 month, putting together this program was beautiful and I think in the end also very rewarding for all. This time we also had the great pleasure to have on stage with us Mr. Liam as the narrator. So this was the last concert for this term. We will come back with rehearsal. We will resume in September. We have a lot of interesting projects coming up. Of course, the City of Music chamber music performance are going to continue. And thanks to Miss Valentina that found us actually a very nice connection to play a concert in San Marino in October in the beautiful Teatro Concordia. Now we are going to arrange this trip, trying to make it possible. So, Italy trip in October. And I don't know if it's still already official, but there is also a very exciting plan for the December concert. But we will update you later once it's 100% confirmed. But yeah, next term is definitely going to be extremely exciting. So, congratulations once again to all the students. They've been really great. And concert after concert, we are so proud to see them evolve and improving their focus, improving their skills, their capacity of teamwork. And so it's really a great pleasure to see them perform. Thank you all for coming.